right, thanks, Rachel. It is being called the biggest drug bust in recent history in Pueblo County. $1 million in cocaine, heroin, and meth are off the streets tonight, and investigators say there are ties to a Mexican cartel. Benito Granado Valenzuela and Alida Lopez are in custody tonight. KRDO News Channel 13's Greg Miller is live outside the Pueblo County Sheriff's Office with new information on those suspects. And Greg, you spoke with people who knew them.
Well, Heather, one of them, Granado Valenzuela, is actually in the country illegally. He was a Mexican national, but those who lived by him, who he, by the way, is considered to be a big player in all of this, if you had talked to him, you wouldn't have known he was up to anything suspicious, according to neighbors.
All of these drugs, all found here in the 2100 block of East 9th Street.
Very surprised. We didn't know anything about it until that night.
This neighbor didn't want to go on camera, fearing retaliation from the cartel. But she says the suspect, Benito Granado Valenzuela, was actually pretty friendly.
He was a really nice guy that lived there. He was nice to everybody in this neighborhood.
But now he's in custody, along with 33-year-old Alida Lopez.
I'm very proud that we are aggressively addressing the drug issues here in Pueblo.
In all, 21 pounds of meth, 8 ounces of cocaine, and 10 ounces of heroin have been seized since last September. 3 separate drug busts, all related to a drug trafficking ring which started in Mexico and ended with the suspect's arrest in Pueblo.
Obviously, we're on I-25. The I-25 corridor is a massive route for drugs being brought up from the border.
Valued at over $1 million, the seizure that happened in this neighborhood last month was the largest in Pueblo history. And investigators now tell us all of those drugs were destined to stay here.
To be able to impact an organization that was dealing this amount of drugs, it should significantly impact the availability of meth in the streets here.
The longer investigators searched, the bigger the operation became, which is why the DEA got involved.
And because it spanned more than one state and down into Mexico, we partnered with our task force officers.
And the arrest of these two,
So we made a dent in somebody's pocketbook, and they're not going to be real happy. But we are.
may have a big impact on Pueblo's fight against drug dealers.
And those drugs were stolen from the linings of car seats, inside of gas tanks, even inside of dog food. Investigators say more arrests could be coming. We're live in Pueblo tonight. Greg Miller, KRDO News Channel 13.
Greg, thanks. Looking